have this photo. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it a little closer, and it's a picture of me taking my son to his first day of kindergarten. And he is turning 22 years old tomorrow, and I'm just now getting around to scrapbooking his kindergarten photos, which is horrible, but you know, better late than never. So I'm just looking at this photo and it's so nostalgic, you know, it just takes me back. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and scrapbook this, and I'm using the, I think it's called, yeah, it's called Boy Crazy Collection. I don't have any embellishments except for the sticker sheet that came with it, but I've made some of my own with my dies. I just cut out some different little arrows and tags and stuff. So I'm going to see if that's enough. But I don't usually embellish my boy layouts very much, so I think it'll be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and put you on fast forward. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to use this grid paper as my background, and I really like using grid papers for backgrounds. I like to stamp on them, and it makes it easy to line things up, that sort of thing. And I'm just going through the collection and trying to decide which papers I want to use. And it was kind of hard because I loved all the papers in this collection. It's such a cute line of papers. So I've decided that I'm going to map my photo on this star paper, or at least use it as a layer. This is one that I did a while back, so I have to try to remember. Okay, I guess I don't map my photo on it. I map my photo on this diagonal stripe paper. And then I guess that star paper is going to be my bottom layer. And then the yellow paper has circles on it. It's got like a really slight pattern, but it's so muted that it almost works as like a solid. And I kind of like that to break up the stars and the diagonal stripes. And then I felt like it just needed some kind of a bright pop, and that's where this bright orange chevron comes in. So you saw, I just showed you this little punch. It's a border punch, and it says ABC 123, and I thought that was appropriate since it was his first day of kindergarten. And I'm going to flip that around and use that as the photo mat now. Or not photo mat, but the first layer. So I'm looking through my Project Life cards to see if there are any that will go with this layout. And I found a couple that I thought would work well. This is one of those mini kits that you can get, and I think it's just called Boy or something like that. And I didn't find anything, I guess, so these are little cut-aparts that came with the collection, and they were on a full sheet of paper, and I just cut them apart, and I'm going to use those. So I've decided to use the Oh Boy one, and also the Let's Ride. And as you can see, I'm edging the outside with the ink, but I don't like the way that looks. I don't usually do it ink pad directly to paper. I usually use a distress tool. And I didn't know how dark that was going to really turn out. So I'm cutting off the edges of the cards, and I'm going to redo it with the distress tool. And that way it still edges it, but it's a lot softer. And it doesn't, like, when you look at the card, the edging is not the thing that makes it stand, you know, like it doesn't stick out in front of your face like a sore thumb. But it does enough to make it stand out, if that makes sense. So now I'm going around all of the layers with my distress tool, and I think I was using VersaFine Smoky Gray, if I remember correctly. And now I'm just going to start gluing everything down. And when I started gluing everything down, for some reason I moved the way that I had the layers laid out a little bit, and I liked it the way I had it the first time, but it's okay, it turns out all right. It just looks a little funny right now. So I decided to use that Let's Ride card, even though Let's Ride doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because we weren't, you know, I mean, we were getting ready to get in the car, but we weren't riding a bike or anything. But I'm going to go ahead and use it and then cover up the Let's Ride part with I think with an embellishment that I made. And I think those cards are really cute. This is an older collection. I don't even know if you can get it anymore, but it's this is my first time breaking into it, and I've had it for quite a while now. So that's the basic part of my page, and now I'm going to start embellishing it. And I'm looking at the stickers, and you can see up in the top left corner are the die cuts that I made. But I'm going to start with the stickers, and there are these little arrow, or these large arrows actually, and I want to point them towards Justin, and they didn't stand out enough because of all the different patterns that I was laying them on, so I put some foam tape on them and also distressed the edges with the ink, and that makes them stand out just enough so that it's noticeable. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue those down. So this little sticker pack that I got from Tuesday Morning, it's from Basic Gray, and I think it's the knee highs and bow ties collection. There's a 3D like layered sticker that says high five on it, and I'm going to use that to cover up the, no I'm not. It would have covered up the Let's Ride perfectly, but I don't know why I didn't do that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the bottom right hand corner. I could have sworn I covered up Let's Ride. We'll have to keep watching and see. So I've got my stamp set out now, and this is a, let's see, I bought it from one of the kit clubs. I want to say Scraptastic, and it's a boy, not Scraptastic, no, it's Ellie's Studio. That's who did the Cameron collection, right? Well, they had a stamp set that went with it, and I bought that, and that's what this is. And the first stamp said, "So proud of you." And you'll see that I stamped it directly on the background, but I'm going to cover that up in just a bit because I decide that it doesn't look as well as this. And this little flag, this little banner flag that I cut out, I stamped on that. And see how the top one just doesn't go now? So I'm just going to make another one of those take another one of those little die cuts and then stamp the "So proud of you" on that, and then put that up there. And that's what I'm doing now, is cutting out another one of those little flags. So I'm going to pop it up on foam tape and just put it directly over the first stamped image. You have to excuse me, I have the sniffles today. I'm writing my journaling at the bottom of the layers. And you know me, I don't journal a whole lot, but I just wanted to write down where we were and what was going on, and that it was this first day of school, that sort of thing. I just like to put the basics down. I'm not a storyteller, but I do think it's important to know what was going on in the photo. So that is a border die cut that I cut in half, and it's from My Favorite Things, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's a little boy holding hands. And I put some, you didn't see me put the enamel dots around the page, but I put some enamel dots around the page, and this is the final layout. I think I have a photo at the end to show you as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've got some more videos that I'm working on, and I will put them up soon. Have a great day. Bye.